That's why,
Sometimes
hey,
you can be doing everything you can,
Absolutely.
to truly get that kid, and it still
You
doesn't
mean
work
everybody
out.
in this room didn't want to go to Murray State? That's
Where
right.
I never heard of it at the
Exactly,
time.
exactly.
I never had a chance to consider
Come
it.
on, man. It's the Harvard of the western part of Kentucky, and everybody loves that place that had to go there because that's where I went to.
That's Jeff's alma mater.
Yes, that's right.
But it was a great place for you.
Yeah, it was
It
perfect.
did what it needed to do.
It was perfect
You're
for
at
me.
this point with us. You're Superman today.
Right, I'm super.
You're Jeff tomorrow.
Yeah, and you happen to be my kryptonite. I'm
your
sick of
kryptonite.
you right
see
now.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a great atmosphere.
Shut up.
So, I mean, with that, Alan, this whole experience of sports and life, how does that molded you into the man you are today? Because, you've taken on with C Prep Radio and C Prep Radio community, you've sat down with us. We've talked extensively, you know what I mean, who you are. I mean, like I said, I love you like a brother. I've seen you as a young man, a kid, your family, everybody. But, it wasn't the family relationships, friend relationship, community relationship that, made me go after you. It was the man you are today on the giving back and wanting to help other young men in the community, women, all nationalities as we grow in this sports thing and in life. So, what has sports done just life-wise for you? I mean, because you had to go through, whether you played in the league or not, we all had to go through that moment of ending sports. I think that's a heartbreak that you're never prepared for, but you transitioned onto.
And it's going to come.
Yeah,
you never think about it.
Nobody
never
beats
think
Father
about
Time.
that, right?
Nobody
Not
beats
at all.
Father Time. I am living proof that nobody beats Father Time.
You're doing good, though.
Yeah, not bad for 80.
Not bad for 80 at all.
Yeah. Shut up, man.
So for you, what has molding yourself now as the man you are today in sports? What has sports done to teach you to get you ready for these moments that you're living out? We're getting ready to be a man and getting ready to marry your wife. You have your kids and your family, and just lessons together at this point that kids can learn from.
Well, it sports in general definitely give you life tools,
right?
Just the qualities in terms of not wanting to lose,
right?
And be very competitive in
Absolutely.
all that I do.
Absolutely.
For me, even when you go through tough times, in your life, it's especially when you talk about football, it's where you have to kind of have a short memory,
right?
Right. So. And pick yourself back up and go into that next day,
right?
Focused and executing your plan. So it instilled a lot of qualities in me, and ultimately I know that I would definitely want to give back to the community, and I think this is just a perfect way to do that. I always, we always have just sport talks and discussions, and we talk about kids in terms of the things that they face. A lot of things are new. A lot of kids never even left their community.
Right.
Just like kids being from Denver, some kids never even been to the mountains.
Right.
That's crazy.
A little over an hour away.
Yeah.
And they may not know how to deal with certain situations. So I think that's something that I would love to share my story and my advice that may go a little bit more above and beyond sports.
Absolutely.
But you can definitely use it while you're in sports.
Sure.
And everything else. So I definitely look forward to the journey that we're about to embark on.
I do too. I think
Absolutely.
with what we're doing, we're really going to be able to go into our new slogan too, with life is sports, and sports is life. With what we're doing, because it's not only about, it's a journey. I know it's that journey that we're trying to. We've been through it, and we still have another that we're set on now, but we're trying to reach back and open these kids' eyes to make them take advantage of their opportunity there. Like, for myself, if I look back and if I had a chance to say one thing I would do different, I would focus more in school. But then I would take advantage of more opportunities that I see now. Because, what they say, hindsight's 20/20. So it's just like that, to where you look and you say, man, I should have turned left instead of turning right. But if I turn left instead of turning right, does that make me the man I am today? So I take those experiences and now I try and transition it. So it's like, but I look at a lot of things like I should have made this move. Like I truly applaud you for, taking that jump out of South at that time to make sure you moved yourself into a position to move on to college. Like for myself, I transferred out of Mullen to East, and at the time at East, I should have made sure I moved on from East to somewhere else because I had my coach like Coach Tony up at TJ. I also had Coach Davis over at Manual at the time, and I should have made a move there. But for my decision I made, you stay with your friends, I see that now. So I look back on life. I just want to help teach kids to take advantage of your future. You know what? Invest in your future because it's, these moments you're still going to have time to hang with your friends.
Right. And I think most importantly, too, you also have to learn from your mistakes.
Absolutely.
Some of us have made many more than others.
Right.
Agreeing to do this show with you, Dakari, was probably a mistake. No, the truth is it's a great, valuable tool. I mean, the people that you surround yourself with, I still am friends with half the guys I play ball with. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know you all are as well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So it's just, and it's not anything other than, as I said last week, you're pulling together the same direction. In life, as we all are aware, not everybody's pulling the same direction.
Not at all.
Right, and this is an opportunity for us to pull in a direction to benefit the community that we all grew up in and gave ourselves a chance to be better than what we were. And this is something that is kind of my deal. I want to be better tomorrow than I was today. I want to be better today than I was yesterday. It's just incremental, whether it be, millimeters or whatever, or a baby step or what have you.
Absolutely.
But that's really, it's admirable that you guys are going to do this, and I'm glad to be a part of it, truthfully.
It's the greatest sport you can play, like that sport where you're not necessarily competing with somebody else, but you're competing with self.
Right.
Yes.
And, you're in a constant mind frame to get better. So
absolutely. Now, see, and that's the competitive drive that sports gives you. Like you like you said, you're getting in those mind frames every practice, every day, there's a new player coming in, you're competing. You know what I mean? So that's excellent what you said. Now you talked about a lot of influential men in your life that helped you out. Friends, how many people are you still in contact with today? And how are the relationships with them? You like with Herman White, with Mike Watson over there, like with the coach over at Cherry Creek. What's his name?
Dave Logan.
Mm-hmm. Just with your coaches at out at K-State and fellow athletes that you play with. Do you stay in touch with them? How has that been for you?
Absolutely. I stay in touch with pretty much everybody. Sometimes it's more than others.
Absolutely.
We're all busy with our own
with
lives.
Life.
And,
got to keep the lights on.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, that ain't no lie.
Yes. And trying to figure out that next step.
Absolutely.
And trying to put ourselves in a situation where we can hang back out like we were in high school.
Right.
So,
do you go back for homecoming, back to K-State or any of that stuff?
Honestly, I have not been back yet. It's just I've been busy
It's
raising
not
a
easy.
family.
No, absolutely. Murray, Kentucky is not right around the corner. I've been back twice in the
60 years.
Well, yeah. I mean, they just barely invented the plane when I was in school. But I mean, the deal is that group of guys that I said, you're all pulling the same direction.
Right.
It's a group of people that you'll never ever. Because it's, the shift from high school, you're barely a man.
Oh, it's almost closer than brothers.
Yeah.
Totally. Exactly.
Absolutely.
And you get to pick them. That's the best part.
Right.
Because your family, you don't get to pick. At least the friends, you get to kind of, this guy's a jerk. I don't want to be around him. But the people that you really commit your time to and your friendships with they're, like you said, almost more valuable than brothers.
Absolutely.
It's fun.
Right.
So, with this, and I know I'm really humbled to be able to announce, Alan Webb the second, correct?
Yes.
As our vice president of community relations. But he's, not just to know that community relations, I just feel he's a great individual to have out there talking in the community, talking with corporations and businesses as we grow to help with our nonprofit direction and what we're doing to try and allow more broadcasting into the schools, photography, and just teaching life lessons. But, he'll be doing other parts with the company in our direction we go.
Can't wait.
You have to have, how can you say he can't go out into the community?
Yeah, look at him.
Look at him right now.
Up,
He's ready to go out and talk. He could go right to the White House.
Go to the boardroom.
See, so on that, as we move forward, people have to understand. I think it's, as we network ourselves with people, it's about who we network with also, in business and in, friendship and in life or whatever we're doing this thing for, to me, is building a team. So when you hear the dream of what I'm doing and what I want to do, I always relate it to sports and building a team of people that can actually handle what they want to do, but have a passion about things too.
Sure.
Like, he has a passion about, when you talk more off the radio and stuff, just where he comes from and, his DNA as a person, he has a passion of that. And I think that passion will be seen. He comes from a great community that he's had a chance to transfer around this state to go to Chatfield and play, and set up a group of friends that he may never have had. I mean, let's just be honest. From Denver City to there, how many of those kids would you have talked to by not going there?
Right. I definitely wouldn't have
exposure
had,
was great.
Some of the different relationships that
I went
have.
to Columbine, so there.
Right. Yeah. Right. No, that wasn't too